Well, hi, I'm Dina Carole, Key 103 with Furry Friends in the studio. Bethany brought in Daisy, and I'll let you take a peek of her because she's really sweet. So what can you tell us about Miss Daisy?
So Daisy is a 1-year-old pitbull type dog. One of the most important things that we want to make sure everybody knows about Daisy is that Daisy is deaf. So she can't hear what's going on, but that's okay. We've adopted out a lot of deaf animals, blind animals. They really, just like humans, start to use their other senses. Their other senses get a little bit more enhanced. So she smells things, and she can feel vibrations, and she can see things a little bit better. But like most animals who can't hear or can't see, they can be a little bit nervous in new situations and things like that. So she is a little bit nervous at first, but she does warm up. And then because she's 1-year-old, she gets into that typical kind of like a rambunctious younger dog phase where she likes to jump up and play. And she was a previously owned dog, and the family does have wonderful things to say about her. And she did really well with their older children. But a new baby in the house was just a little too much for Daisy. So they brought her to us so that we could find her a more suitable home. So she does have some good manners, things that she needs to work on, and people are often concerned, well, how do I train a dog who can't hear me? The answer is with visual cues. You train them the exact same way, but instead of saying yes or using a clicker, you would use some sort of thumbs up to indicate that she made a good decision, and you use hand signals to tell her, you know, to sit and things like that.
Wonderful. We'll be getting ready to go not Facebook Live. We are Facebook Live on the air. Key 103. Hi, I'm Dina Carole, Key 103. If you are on Key 103 Facebook right now, you will see this cutie for yourself. Furry Friends is in the studio, and this is Daisy. She's a 1-year-old Terrier mix. I know that you already kind of spoke about this, but we'll get even more information. Bethany, what can you tell us about her?
So Daisy is a 1-year-old pitbull type dog, and again, the most important thing to have any adopter recognize about Daisy is that she's deaf. Doesn't prevent her from being a great dog. It just means that she needs to learn things a little bit differently. Need to be a little bit more cautious about startling her and things like that. She was a previously owned dog, and the family did have nice things to say about her. She did really well with their older, kind of tween-age children, but a new baby in the house was a little bit too much for Daisy, so they brought her to us so that we could find her a more suitable home. She is a little bit shy at first, which a lot of our animals who are deaf or visual are blind tend to be, because they don't really know exactly what's going on in new places. But once she warms up, she's your typical, you know, rambunctious 1-year-old dog, likes to jump all over the place and run around and play and things like that. Important things to know, you know, you can train a dog that is deaf, and she does need some of those good manners things, but you would just use visual cues as opposed to verbal cues with her. So, you know, instead of saying yes or using a clicker to say she did something right, maybe a thumbs up, you give different cues to let her know what you want her to do. Instead of saying sit, you would give her a hand signal. You can use things like vibrations, like stomping the floor to get her attention, or attention on the leash. Big things to remember, like, because she can't hear you coming when she's sleeping and things like that. Don't want to just run up on her and start messing with her, touching her. You want to kind of get her attention other ways first. Make sure she can see you before you touch her and approach her. Things like that are just important to do with dogs that can't hear or can't see you.
Wonderful. And if you would like to go see Daisy yourself, and if you want to make an appointment, it's simple to do. It's visit fcac.as.me. This is our furry friend. Of course, you can see Daisy Facebook Live with Key 103. We hope you find your forever home, Daisy. Thanks, Bethany.
Thank you.
All right. Well, a lot of people watching you this morning, Miss Daisy. You are the star of the show for sure. Oh, she is so sweet. What would you call her coloring?
She's white and red.
White and red, yeah.
And then she has the heterochromia. So if you look at her eyes, one's blue and one's brown.
Oh, nice.
So that's a condition called heterochromia.
Okay.
It happens in cats. It can also happen in people. They just have 2 different colored eyes.
Look at her beautiful eyes. Terrific. Visit fcac.as.me. We are also very thankful also to the sponsor of Furry Friends. Hello, I am Dina Carole, waiting for, okay, yes, and Rita's also sponsors our studio. Let's see, Listen Frederick, yes, listenfrederick.com is there as well. Let's see if it's going to cycle through or not. If not, just know that we are thankful to Pet and Home Care for obviously sponsoring this. I am Dina Carole. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your morning routine. Furry Friends on Key 103.